is good, everybody? My paper moon fam. It's your boy PaperSin back with another reaction video. This one is titled "How." Oh, all right, hold on. Let me let me close my incognito tabs over here. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of it. No, big booty. No, hold on. Asians. No, gotta get. I can like. Nah, hold on. Let me stop. All right. Let me close. Sorry, I had to. You know what I'm saying? Close those right quick. But we're getting ready to go over the YouTube channel's video. What the name of the channel? The name of the video we're getting ready to go over is called How Pron destroys the mind, and it's by the YouTube channel PaxTube. You just went back, you just paused it, went back, and tried to see what I was seeing on my own screen, huh? Right? Because you thought that mistake was a mistake, huh? Nah, all you got was a screen full of rendering. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I told you I was closing my incognito tabs, especially the ones on my phone. So as always, link to the video and link to the channel will both be in the description below. It's how Pron, destroys your mind. We gonna learn some shit today. Let's go, bro. Let's go. You ready? I'm ready. You ready? All right, cool. Let's go.
Pornography is what.
Again, I forgot to switch the thing to the things. But all right. I hope it didn't mess up the audio. I forgot to switch which headset I was listening to, so it shouldn't have messed up the audio. All right, it should be good. We definitely didn't hear any, you know what I'm saying, incognito tabs going on. Because I'm wholesome. Except for the weed part. I smoke a lot of weed. Okay.
One of the greatest, but at the same time most overlooked, problems of the modern world. If you're skeptical of this, keep listening, because today we're going to be exploring exactly how
Is your closed caption in Spanish, my G? I had to make sure. No, did I? No. Okay. I'm pretty sure I didn't pick Spanish, but maybe I did on accident. I pushed a bunch of keys on accident, so.
how pornography destroys your mind.
Find out.
Firstly, let's look at some basic statistics. Since the expansion of the internet in the early 2000s, exposure to pornography has reached levels never seen before in history. 25%.
I'm pretty sure there are a couple of events that happened, you know what I'm saying, that helped raise that bar, you know what I'm saying?
Of all daily web searches are pornographic. The average age that most people first see pornography is 11 years old. Children under the age of 10 make up 22% of online porn consumption for those under 18. Keep those statistics in mind, because we're going to go over how much pornography can damage an adult's mind.
I don't want to keep that shit in mind. What the fuck?
Let alone the developing mind of a child. Like many of those watching.
Can we please leave the children out of this? Like, why would you even incorporate children into a study of how Pron destroys your mind?
I was exposed to pornography at a young age. When I, as a teenager, researched the effects of pornography.
That's why he's mentioning young ages, because, he himself was exposed to it at a young age. Personally, I wasn't exposed to it until I was 18. No, I lied, because when I was in Hawaii, going to high school, that, you know what I'm saying, when your parents went to bed, there was that one channel on the cable network, you know what I'm saying, 14, 15, 15 for my parents' sake. Yeah, I was 15 before I got introduced. Y'all youngins be y'all nasty.
Use, I was told by many websites that it was simply harmless and would have no negative effects. But the truth is, there are well-documented and scientifically verified negatives to these habits, and porn organizations go to tremendous lengths to either hide or downplay these things to the general public.
Damn.
For the purposes of this video, the term pornography use refers to individuals watching or masturbating to pornography, and citations for all of the facts presented here will be available in the description. The way pornography attracts and hooks viewers is by exploiting the body's dopamine response to sexual stimulation. This natural response is intended to make humans seek to reproduce, but pornography transforms it into a desire to view more pornography.
Did you sidestep real quick? Because he keeps saying that word over and over again, and I don't know if he's getting flagged for for the saying P word, P-ron-ography word. I don't know if he's getting flagged for it, but I don't know if I'm gonna get flagged for it. But yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah. I can see how. Hold on. I was gonna forget what I was gonna say. Never mind.
To reproduce, but pornography transforms it.
Okay, yeah, no, I can see what he's talking about when it's like. You know what I'm saying? What's the saying? The devil's something. Can't?
Viewers is by exploiting the body's dopamine response to sexual stimulation.
That's what I was gonna say. Dopamine. Did you know? Yes, I went around. I skipped around for a second because trying to remember what I was gonna say. Don't at me, yo. Did you know that you can actually produce dopamine in your own head, in your own brain, just not by random, not by attaching yourself to things that produce dopamine, but you can say meditate and produce that shit. So, all right, cool.
Stimulation. This natural response is intended to make humans seek to reproduce, but pornography transforms it into a desire to view more pornography. This is why, as the phrase goes, sex sells. It's why so many people become hooked on pornography for years, if not their entire lives.
Okay.
The effect of dopamine from viewing pornography is very similar to the dopamine effects of addictive drugs such as methamphetamine. Advocates for pornography like to argue that it's simply natural to view it, but
did we get serious without what? We got serious for a second. Hold on.
There's never been anything natural about masturbating to two people having sex on a screen.
I mean, there is solo female as well. You can watch solo female. Not saying that I watch. I don't watch that stuff. I don't watch that stuff. I don't.
Before diving straight into pornography's effects, we need to investigate how it went from something illegal to something that can be accessed from every computer. Most modern people are under the illusion that pornography is an eternal fact of life.
I told you I was high, okay? Leave me. I'm not editing this. I'm not. I'm just gonna upload it as is. Deal with it.
Life, an ancient, perennial aspect of human history. This perception is a result of carefully curated propaganda and marketing campaigns that have been orchestrated by extremely wealthy and powerful people. Pornographers and their cohorts have scoured and harvested the past for anything and everything that depicts or comments on human sexuality, bastardizing it all with no regard for its original intent or purpose. Pornhub even used the Venus of Willendorf, a 25,000-year-old fertility goddess idol, as evidence of vintage, so-called pornography. In reality, pornography is a relatively new phenomenon, barely 200 years old. During the initial underground rise of pornography, most Western countries had—
Wait, how did they try to use it? Were they trying to say, look, this is what they were into back then? A big woman with large breasts and thick thighs that save lives? Was that what they were trying to say? That people were into back then, when really it's more of a depiction of a pregnant woman from Africa. That's it.
In reality, pornography is a relatively new phenomenon, barely 200 years old. During the initial underground rise of pornography, most Western countries had anti-obscenity laws in place, prohibiting the production and distribution of pornographic or obscene materials. Less than 100 years ago, those producing pornography would be thrown in jail. Similar laws are still in place in many countries in the world today, and in fact, pornography is currently illegal in more countries than it is legal.
And women here in the States still say they want equality. Would you rather live in one of those other countries where it is illegal to produce prawn? Would you rather that? I'm just asking for a friend. It's me. I'm the friend. I'm asking for me. Would you rather live in one of those other countries? Other than being like, I'm oppressed here in America, where I can just name some random dude as my baby daddy and have him pay me child support, even though he isn't the baby's daddy and hasn't even seen the baby. Like, there's literally an article, a news thing about that. Like, they went and interviewed the guy that had to deal with that shit. There's either pay child support or go to jail for him. The woman for committing paternity fraud, which is illegal, by the way, she was getting away scot-free. So would you women prefer to live in one of these other countries where prawn isn't, or where prawn is illegal, or would you prefer to live in America where you can get away with paternity fraud? Because that's apparently a thing America's okay with. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. Matter of fact, I got you. Hold on. Nah, bro. Nah. Because you ain't gonna look it up. You ain't gonna look it up. I know you're not. Because I know you. So give me a second. I got you. Hold on. I'm not editing this because I'm not. That'll take too long. I'm just gonna, saying, give me a second. I typed it way too much in it. But nah, look it up. I got you.
Stories here in Detroit.
This is one of them.
This is one of them. Imagine being told to pay child support for a kid that is not yours or go to jail. That was the order the state handed down to a Detroit man.
So today,
y'all thought I was lying, huh? Yeah, I just fucked up your whole shit. You were watching my video enjoying the shit, and I just fucked up your whole shit.
he turned himself in, but here's what happened when 7 Action News reporter Kim Russell went with him to court.
Carnell Alexander walked into the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice knowing in moments he could lose his freedom.
I stayed up all night, couldn't sleep, thinking about it.
Carnell is a wanted man because he refuses to do what the state orders and to pay child support for a child that DNA tests prove isn't his.
That's all I need. That's all I need. That's literally all I need. You can go watch the video. If I remember, I'll put the link in the description below. But you see what I looked up. Hold on. You see what I looked up. Man almost goes to jail for having to pay child support for a kid that's not his. Or you can probably just YouTube paternity fraud. You probably find it like that too. But yeah, we went over this before on my channel. So don't forget to do those 3 things I like to ask you to do. And like, comment, and subscribe. Excuse me. Subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell for more videos. But yes, you thought I was lying. So women, would you prefer to live in one of these countries that where prawn is illegal, your OnlyFans is illegal, or would you rather live in the the States where you can get away with a illegal action, paternity fraud? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I'm done.
After the end of the Second World War, Western obscenity laws were gradually broken down, largely through the collaborative efforts of liberals and Western Marxists. These attacks on obscenity law coincided with attacks on the concept of race and gender. Denmark.
Wait, what did that say?
On obscenity law coincided.
The anthropologist who undid sex, race, and gender.
Sided with attacks on the concept of race and
Gods of the Upper Air. A biographer reveals how anthropologist Franz Boas and his students helped transform how human differences and similarities are perceived.
And gender. Denmark was the first country to officially legalize pornography in 1969, and other Western nations soon followed suit. To this day, the sexual revolution of the 1960s and 70s is championed by the mainstream as one of the most so-called liberating acts of emancipation in human history. In the US, pornography was legalized primarily via 2 Supreme Court cases involving a pair of pornographers, Roth versus United States and Miller versus California. In layman's terms, these cases rendered obscenity laws obsolete by loosening the legal definition of obscenity to the point that it became meaningless.
Damn.
The legalization of pornography took place under the Warren Court, which also outlawed state-sponsored prayer in schools and laid the foundation for the legalization of abortion, contraception, sodomy, and same-sex marriage, among other things. Of course, invalidating obscenity laws went against the will of the American public and government, but the courts and multiple NGOs ensured it happened all the same. In the modern day, online porn is dominated by a single, highly secretive, monopolistic company, MindGeek, which owns a variety of major publishing and production companies,
Holy
including
shit.
Pornhub, RedTube, YouPorn, etc.
Holy shit! I thought the hub was the top of the you know what I'm saying, was the umbrella network. Nah, MindGeek. Shout out to MindGeek, because they were like, hey yo, we're gonna capitalize off this from the jump. So yeah, this is not illegal, but you know what I'm saying, this spicy company over here, this spicy company, this one, yeah, we gonna acquire all of them. Bruh, MindGeek did work. Look at that. Pron Network, movie studios, reality sites, managed sites. Look how many, holy, that's an umbrella network right there. That is how I would one day want Paper Moon to look. Having a bunch of umbrella networks under it. It doesn't have to be, obviously it doesn't have to be like, you know, adult themed. But like, that's how I'm looking. That's how I'm looking to slowly build my business. You feel me? Yo, shout out to MindGeek. God damn.
An even more socially damaging aspect of modern pornography are websites like OnlyFans that are targeted towards young women and encourage them to become self-employed amateur porn stars. With the breakdown of society accelerating particularly in the last 10 years, these so-called sex workers have their paychecks filled by lonely, sexually starved men, both young and old. Some might call these men simps. The simp and the porn star have perhaps the most unhealthy mutual relationship in the
Bro, what is this image? This guy looks like he on crack. He like, yes, do it. And she's doing like the little, whatever. Wait, no, not ooh. I forgot what it is. The whatever face this is. Like, come on, bruh.
entire online world, where each views the other as simply a means to a nefarious end. Now, it's critical to note that without the pornography mega platforms and the mass marketing campaigns behind them, most people doing these things would have never gone down that path. This is especially apparent when you see teenage girls making OnlyFans accounts as soon as they become 18. And while we're on the topic of the porn industry,
As soon as they become 18, because they're at that point, they may or may not be tired of their parents, and they're looking for a way to escape their parents, move out of the house, and get their own place. So as soon as they hit 18, they start some shit like that, do that shit in private. When the parents turn around, make enough money because that shit will come quick. Fast money makes slow problems, as they say. And that shit will come quick, especially if you ain't ready for it. That shit will come quick to you, and be like, yeah, I live alone. I'm 20 something now. Have a nice house and this and that. But where's your value at? Where's your, what do you know what I'm saying, in the sexual marketplace? What's your value now? You sold it all. Okay.
Let's delve a bit further. Pornography websites are rife with abusive and inhumane videos, human trafficking, pedophilia, rape, sex slavery, and bestiality. In late 2019, a man was even arrested for posting pornographic videos on Pornhub of him raping a missing teenage girl.
Can we
Pornhub had monetized.
Can we stop with the R word? Like I said, I'm not gonna like edit this out, but this is definitely like not. This is why I post videos with more serious content towards the end of the day, end of the night, like 6 p.m. my time, Mountain Standard Time. Yeah, this is why I post those around that time, and I post my first half of my content for the day. You know, a lighthearted something, you know, wake and baked news. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to my channel. You know what I'm saying? If you want, you know, hit the notification. But anyway, also, is this a skull here? Anyway, yeah, no, he's hitting some serious topics. I'm not trying to make light of them, of the topics themselves. I'm just trying to make light of my own situation for being in, you know, for not hearing about this before, not knowing what he was going to talk about, like how he was going to talk about it, and, you know, no warning ahead of time. Anyway.
The videos until public outcry forced them to stop it. But even afterwards, similar cases continue to happen. It's gotten to the point that the site has earned the nickname Trafficking Hub.
Like I said, I'm not gonna edit this like that, but okay. We're gonna watch another 4 minutes, okay?
Due to how many human traffickers post and get monetized there. On websites like Reddit, community managers from Pornhub encourage users not to report illegal activity.
You don't need to report the URLs to an agency, just flag them. Email the URLs on Pornhub support. It's very likely if they aren't removed, it's because it's not illegal content. Hold on. If there's CP all over the site is telling you not to report it?
On the website to the FBI. There are many more users there. On websites like Reddit, community managers from Pornhub encourage users not to report illegal activity on the website to the
not to report the illegal website, illegal images on the website to the FBI. Why? And then we wonder why shit like Jeffstein's Island is a thing, or if it was a thing, why is it a thing?
The FBI. There are many more stories about companies like this out there. They are evil. Now that
wait, what did that say? I was blank and used in CP from when I was a baby until I was 15. I can't read this. I can't read this right now.
Many more stories about companies like this out there. They are evil.
I'm actually.
There are many more. There's not.
Damn it! Like this, back to back with the. Okay, I cannot go any further. Like I'm trying to get my channel monetized. I'm not gonna lie, and I don't know if I can actually share all this on my own channel. But you should definitely watch the rest of this video. Link will be in the description below. Holy crap. Like I honestly wanted to watch at least 4 more minutes of it, because I didn't want to watch the entire video, because, you know, it's a reaction. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to do them like that. I don't want to steal their entire content. So I only plan on watching like 10 minutes of it. But yo, he did not hold back. He did not edit himself. And again, I'm not gonna edit this. I'm not gonna edit this either, because like you know what I'm saying? I did a lot that would take me way too long. like accidentally changing to what the screen that you see as that I use for a recording. You know what I'm saying? The recording screen with OBS on it. I don't want to have to edit that out. Like that's gonna take too long. I got work in the morning. I'm trying to quit that job so I can do YouTube full time. I can't do YouTube full time if I, you know what I'm saying? If I'm not monetized. I definitely won't be monetized if I have, you know, videos like this all over my channel. So you should definitely go check this video out. Link will be in the description below. So make sure you know what I'm saying, go and visit PaxTube. I myself will watch the rest of this video on my own time. But I want you to go and visit PaxTube. Link will be in the description below, along with the link to the channel. So make sure you visit that. Make sure you visit him. And while you're there, don't forget to do those 3 things that I like to ask you to do. And like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for more videos. Yeah. And you know where it is from there. In case I don't see you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Peace.